Hey everybody, what's up? Ron Harris here, MD Online Editor. So this is Saturday 21st. On Tuesday, we're going to drop a video, a No Way Jose episode with Jose Raymond. We got into the whole conversation about diuretics and coaches, dangerous protocols, responsibility of the client versus the coaches. And then we briefly got into something else I just want to touch on now because I'd like to hear your the comments from you guys, the opinions of you guys on this, which is a couple days after the unfortunate death last Sunday in Alicante of women's pro bodybuilder Elena Kosinova. Jake Wood made a post. Now, Jake Wood is the owner of the Olympia weekend, Mr. Olympia, all the Olympias. He bought the Olympia. He also owns Wings of Strength. Very powerful man in this industry. He has met with Jim Mannion and Tyler Mannion, who are the president and vice president of the IFBB Pro League and the NPC and NPC Worldwide. So basically they control most of the professional and amateur bodybuilding in this world. So Jake's concern was that conditioning was being overemphasized in the judging criteria as an attribute that would set someone apart from winning or losing. And he wanted to see if moving forward we could see that isn't necessarily such a high priority, extreme conditioning, because that's where most of the sudden health events, people going to the hospital, people unfortunately dying, they happen mainly from diuretics, especially mostly diuretics. But you also have a lot of people using things like clenbuterol, which can give you heart arrhythmia, T3, which can disrupt your thyroid function forever, DNP, which can fry you from the inside out like a microwave oven, but it's mainly diuretics. And testing for diuretics really wouldn't work because people would just figure out ways around the test. Anytime you test for something, it's a mad scramble with the athletes and the coaches just figuring out ways around the test. Like at the Olympics. If you think the Olympic athletes are all natural, I got a bridge in Brooklyn, I want to say. I think the Brooklyn Bridge is in Arizona now. But, Jose and I talked, and I definitely want you guys to listen to that. This is just a video so we could get some talking going amongst us, you guys, the viewers, especially what your opinion is on this. Because can we say, in the past they've tried to limit condition, say, okay, we want female bodybuilders to come in. I think there was an actual number assigned to it, 10% or 20%, 15%. There was some actual number assigned. Say, we want to see you guys, you women, 10% less conditioned. And what happened was some of the women did exactly what they were told. They showed up a little softer next time. And sometimes they were rewarded for that. Sometimes they were punished. Sometimes a woman who came in shredded and dry to the bone with striations all over the place, she won anyway. So they were just at a loss. Like, what do you want? What do you want from us? You told us conditioning wasn't going to be rewarded. Clearly, it still is. So I could see some divisions that might work, but men's open bodybuilding, 212 bodybuilding, classic physique, I don't think it's possible that you could say all of a sudden, okay, now conditioning isn't going to be, extreme conditioning is not going to be rewarded. Because, like I said with Jose, once you get to the upper level, the top 5, top 6 at any of these pro shows, especially when you're talking about the Arnold Classic Olympia, these are the elite. These people all look phenomenal, beautiful shape, structure, plenty of mass in the right places. So where do you start trying to decide who gets first place, second place, third place? Obviously, all those other factors come in, but you also have to look at condition. And the person, the man or woman, let's say in this case, the man who achieves that extreme condition where you can see every little muscle fiber clearly delineated from the other, deep splits and striations and crevices between the muscle groups, within the muscle groups. Judges are human beings. If I'm a judge, I'm going to see that. And if all else is equal, meaning I'm trying to decide between two guys for the win. They both have beautiful, awesome physiques, incredible physiques, and I can't decide. What's it going to come down to? It's going to come down to condition, probably. Now, I don't know what's the answer. What's the solution? We talked, Jose and I, and again, I urge you guys to check that video out when it drops on Tuesday. It might drop Monday. I'm not really sure. Probably Tuesday though. It's got to be an education thing where the athletes take it upon themselves to become more educated about the dangers associated with all these things that they're doing, and not just blindly listen to a coach. But as far as conditioning, it's kind of like saying we're not going to reward size anymore. You can come down against something like the bubble gut, which that actually seemed to have worked about, this is like almost 10 years ago now. The IFBB did issue a mandate, a formal letter to everybody saying people with distended guts, bellies, whatever you want to call midsections, distension in the abdominal area is going to be punished. You're not going to win. And for the most part, that's worked. We have not seen a lot of bubble guts. We've seen a lot flatter, tighter midsections. I mean, geez, there was a time not that long ago where half the lineup had a bubble gut. You know, they were big 260 to 280 pound dudes, and a lot of them, even 250, whatever, a lot of them had these guts. You don't see as many guts now, and I think a lot of it is they're just controlling it better. They're learning to keep those guts sucked in because they know they're going to get marked down for it. But conditioning, you know, I feel bad because I'm part of the problem. When I cover contests, the first thing I look at, because almost everybody's really lean from the front. When they say contests are won from the back, we're not just talking about the development of the back and the hamstrings and all that, the calves. We're talking about the condition, because it's much harder to be as lean from the back as you are from the front. It's pretty easy. I shouldn't say it's easy, but most people get the abs and the chest, the shoulders and the quads all nice and tight and separated. But to get that level of condition in the back, and especially once you're talking about the glutes, the hams and the glutes, to have clear striations in those, you have to be extremely lean. You have to get rid of all the body fat, and, you know, a little bit of flushing out a little bit of the water. I don't think anybody needs to flush out extreme amounts of water, unless, as Jose talked about, they just got off an airplane. Yeah, then they're going to be holding a ton of water. But, you know, I would immediately decide whether or not people were in shape as soon as they turned around and I could see their back. If their glutes and their hams are soft, they're out of shape. They're soft. And I don't think that's going to change because pro bodybuilding, it's so hard to judge. These guys all look incredible. Most of the top 10 at these shows, if you saw each man on their own, and I guarantee in their gym leading up to the show, everybody who saw them said, "Oh my God, dude, you're going to win. How could anybody beat that? How could anybody look better than that?" But then you get all these people on the stage together. What do you do as a judge? It's your job to decide first place, second place, third place, all the way down the line. Not easy at all. So condition has to be a factor. And it's, as Jose said, it's not a conditioning contest, and it never is. It's a total package contest. Who's got the best combination of all those attributes? The bone structure, the muscle bellies, the shape, the symmetry, the proportion, then the mass. Then you go into the condition. It's the person who has the best total package, the best combination of all those things we're looking for in a physique. That's your winner. He says it's almost never the person who's most conditioned, because usually they're really flat. You'll see a lot of shows where a guy doesn't have a ton of muscle size, but he's shredded. So, and they never win in pro bodybuilding. It's usually someone who's much bigger, has better balance, and has pretty damn good conditioning. Not as good as that guy, but he's got other things that guy doesn't have. So it comes down to a total package. But I'm just curious as to what you guys think, because, you know, it's gotten to the point where if your glutes aren't shredded, you're considered out of shape. I'm guilty for spreading that idea as a journalist, as a reporter, even as a fan. But I don't know if it's possible to put the genie back in the bottle. Once you've set a standard for anything, be it size, condition, it's hard to go back. It's very hard to say, okay, well, now we don't want so much of that. Anyway, guys, that's my little spiel today. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, notifies you when we get new videos, give a thumbs up, and I really want your comments on this, and I'm going to get back to all of you. I want to see what you guys think about this. So let's have a discussion. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.